And so, guys, that's why I really want to go ahead and shift your guys' mindset and understand that all of you guys type I in the chat box if you believe you can do it, right? If you believe you can do it, because I'm going to let you know something. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what Jason Brown says. It doesn't matter what skill sets, trainings, how many events you attend, how many seminars you watch, how many trainings you watch, how much notes you take. If the thing that you lack the most is faith and belief in yourself, all of this is not relevant to you. But if you're not willing to have enough faith in your movement, in your actions, then all of this, what I'm telling you right now, is irrelevant, right? And guys, so that is a little minuscule of my story, right, guys? But I want you to write this down. Chairman is a mindset. It's not an income. It's not a level. It's purely what's in your mind, right? And some of you guys, it's not hitting you just yet because you haven't put in enough price, right? But I'm going to let you know something. You wanting to go chairman, you seeking to become greater and having an influence over people, because that's what chairman is influence. Why do you deserve influence over people? What kind of value are you adding to people, and as of why you deserve it? How are you taking action on your day daily, right? How many sacrifices are you making? How many things are you doing that you really don't want to do as of why you deserve this? These are questions I have to begin to ask myself, right, guys? And so your organization, and I want you to know this, a lot of people are hitting ranks extremely fast. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted on your goal, on your process, because none of you on this call know the back history of anybody that is achieving the level of success a lot faster than what you're doing it. Focus on your process. Stay in your lane for the simple most factor, guys, that things always retrace to the value that you're adding to your organization, right? Your business, you can go and hit chairman, but you won't maintain chairman if the levels of leadership in your organization, if the amount of value that you're adding to your organization is not equipping to the level of income that you're desiring.
Please mute everybody, bro.
Let me make sure I mute everybody in the chat box. All right, there we go. There we go. Are we good? All right, for sure, for sure. My bad, fam, my bad. All right, so guys, you know, next up, I really want to talk about faith. Faith is the number 2 thing, right? That I'm gonna talk about the state of mind, right, guys? And I had to really study what faith meant. I thought faith was just, you know, I thought it was just a spiritual thing. I just thought it had something to do related to God. But guys, I want you to understand something. Faith without works is dead, right? There's a lot of people that are praying, hoping for a miracle, but I want you to be a miracle to your own story, right? Be the miracle that you're wishing for, right, guys? Because I'm gonna let you know something. Faith doesn't come by asking. Faith comes in your doing, right? It comes in the sacrifices that you're making. That's what faith is, right? Because when you can start to operate on a level of, I'm going to put in the work as if what I want is a guarantee to me, it's only when you're going to receive the blessing, right, guys? Because you have to be prepared, and all the preparation happens in the work and the experience, right? So start to pray like it's up to God, but work like it's up to you, right? Write that down. Pray like it's up to God, but work like it's up to you. As if there's nothing but you, because guys, look, the manifestors are right here. These are the manifestors. Your words move you, but your hands move your future, right? Write that down. Your words will move you, but your hands and feet will move your future, right? So if you want to manifest, you need to learn to work with your hands and move with your feet, right? Your voice just tells your vision, and your vision directs you to where you want to go. Is that making any sense? It's a state of mind, right, guys? And so gratitude is the next thing that I want to talk about. Gratitude, right, guys? And the reason why gratitude is so important, and it really didn't hit me until recently. I don't know if any of y'all on this call relate. I'm one of those people where I'm always striving for more. So I'm not ever satisfied or fine or even happy or feel blessed where I'm at, right? I'm always like more, progression. But that state of mind is keeping me It's keeping me not being grateful for where I am. So if I'm not grateful for where I am, there's no way I can receive anything more. Right, guys? If you're not happy with what you have, how can you get blessed with anything more? And so that didn't really hit me until I realized, like, okay, you know, even at Platinum 5000, you know, I was doing pretty good. You know, I was able to afford a little bit more and live a little bit more comfortably. I wanted chairman, but I wasn't grateful for where I was at. And then it was crazy because then I got to chairman and I seen the chairman checks coming in, and then I stopped being as grateful. And because I automatically started seeing, okay, there's more. Chairman 25 is up next. Right, guys? And I'm gonna tell you something. You will lose your peace. You will have an increase in anxiety, and you will find yourself not ever happy because your happiness is external and your happiness needs to become internal. Right, guys? Does that make sense? Right? And so a lot of you guys are letting some of this stuff fly over your head, but this is stuff that I'm learning as a chairman, and that's going to take me to Chairman 100, right? This is the same information that's going to take you from Platinum 600 to Platinum 1000, from Platinum 1000 to Platinum 5000, right, guys? And so I actually wanted to share something to you. I'm reading this book right here, guys. If you don't want to go cop this book right here, it's called Poverty, Riches, and Wealth, right? Poverty, Riches, and Wealth completely is changing the way I think about wealth. And guys, wealth is not just money. Wealth is coming in, it's things in all aspects, right, guys? And so it was funny to me because as I was realizing it, there's a lot of us on this call that our mindsets keep us from exceeding to where we actually want to go, right? You automatically, check this out. I want you guys to write this down. It's crazy. I said this in this book. It says, I came to understand that if you put people in an environment around them that they perceive to be better than the environment within them, they will reduce. Right, guys? That blew my mind because.
Wait, say it again, Kiani. Kiani, you got to say it again because there's people that come on and they're talking. So I think we muted everybody out. But say that again.
Let me go ahead and I'm not going to allow people to mute. Thanks, Jason. All right, so guys, check this one more time. I'm going to read it one more time. People in an environment, if you put people in an environment around them that they perceive to be better than the environment within them, they will reduce the environment around them to match the environment they believe they have within them. Isn't that crazy? Self-image is everything. Your self-image and how you perceive yourself and how you perceive what you feel your worth is everything. If you feel like you're more, you're going to attract more. But if you feel like you're less than what you're expressing your gratitude for, you will never receive it, family. All right? So guys, we live in a poverty, so our perceived worthiness is rooted in the lack of self-love. Right? Think about it this way. If you're turning two magnets in a repelling direction, the repelling force in those magnets is invisible, right? You can't see what's repelling magnets from each other, right? So nonetheless, a powerful and viable deterrent, which means that it's keeping you from getting it to any connection. Worthiness and lack of self-love are an invisible force, right? Write that down. Worthiness and lack of self-love are an invisible force, right? So those magnets that are repelling each other, that are not allowing each other to connect, that they repel prosperity and hold us in poverty. Write that down. Right, guys? So the only way for this magnetic deterioration to be neutralized is for a stronger outside influence to overcome its resistance. Right, guys? So basically, what this is saying is wealth is a mindset in which we view ourselves as sons and daughters of God, protects us from self-pity, depression, and our own mentalities. That chapter right there, it changed my life, guys, because look, basically what I'm saying is Our soul's prosperity determines the level of wealth and health that we experience. Self-image is going to allow you to propel and have that confidence to go and do more, to show up more, to give value, right? Guys, if you're showing up into your team's environment right now, in your tribe's environment, and you're not adding anything to it, start adding value to the environment around you. Don't be a succulent, right? Don't come and just take, but go and give, right? Go and teach what you know. Qualify yourself, right? Go out there, be independent, guys. Step into your own life. And so I really want to go ahead and just kind of leave you guys with this, right? This has been my formula for really changing the direction of my life, right? Because I came a long way, but I'm not where I want to be. So I had to realize, okay, what is going to really get me to where I really want to go? You got to have faith. You got to have vision. And you got to borrow from your future's vision to help you get through all the mess that's coming in between you and your vision. You got to borrow from the outcome, right? Borrow from the vision of the future. That's going to be your GPS. Goals. You need to have goals. And I'm going to continue to talk about this all 2020 because my goals have always been my navigational system, right? Whatever you're aspiring to have in this lifetime, you need to be able to figure out, write it down in detail, what it is you're trying to accomplish so that you can automatically do everything that it takes in between to get that goal. It doesn't matter, right? That's why I'm trying to change your guys' mindset tonight, because it doesn't matter what you have to do or what you're currently doing and what vehicle you're using to get you to what your goals ultimately are. It doesn't matter. Your job and your only focus is getting that goal accomplished, right? So if you're using this vehicle, I Am Mastery Academy, to accomplish your goal, you're going to take full advantage of the opportunity, because why? What's in mind is not our vehicle and what we're doing, but getting our goal accomplished. Does that making any sense? Right, guys? So you need to have a plan, because having goals and having a vision without having a plan is a waste of time. I was talking to my mom the other day. I said, Mom, look, you have all these ideas. Write down your plan. Don't wait to write down a plan. Put the plan together right now as if your blessing is coming tomorrow morning. So that when it's time, you know what's next. Right? So have a plan and take action. That's the most important key factor in all of this. There's a lot of people that read books, do personal development, show up to every convention, be on every single call, but you're lacking the most important part of this entire process, taking action on all the information that you're learning, because the learning is in the doing, not in the hearing and not in the seeing. It's in the doing, right? And so, guys, I'm extremely excited. I'm really ready to keep going. But, guys, you know, we got somebody very special on this call, right? We got somebody very, very special, you know, on this call. And it was not easy getting the time from this individual. You know, Jason Brown is one of my best friends, for the simple reason was I was a Platinum 600. He was already like a Chairman 50, Chairman 100. He didn't have to respond to me, but I was hungry. So I hit him up, and I was living at my mom's house at this time. I was still in debt, right? I still had no car. And I actually walked into the garage because there was a lot of drama in the house so that I can even hold this conversation with Jason. But I hit him up and I said, look, you know, I just want mentorship. I'm not going to waste your time. Right? I don't, whatever you tell me, I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to do, guys, because there's a lot of people that are asking for mentorship from people, and you get the answers that you need, and then you don't do anything with it. We missing the action. So I said, look, I'm not going to waste your time. Me and Jason hopped on a phone call. He's a Chairman 50, Chairman 100, and I'm like a Platinum 150, Platinum 600. He took the time out of his day to give me insight, to give me keys, right? And all I did was take action on what it is that this man is on this call to help you guys with, right? He's been traveling all around the world, helping people, one of the most highly demanded individuals in this entire industry. He's spoken in front of multiple experienced people in this industry, making millions and millions of dollars, asking, Jason, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Why are there so many people from all walks of life winning? What is it? Right? And so, guys, I'm letting you guys know, with an organization now, over 100,000 people, changing lives from all across the globe, serving not even in this business, but things outside this business. The behind the scenes reason why a lot of us here right now are eating. Type I in the chat box if you're eating. He's the reason why so many of us are eating right now. And you guys have the opportunity of hearing from this individual on a private call for the tribe. Right, guys? So I want you guys to literally, if you haven't been taking notes already, you need to flood your notebook, right? Because this individual has the results that you want. He's making the impact in the community that we aspire to have. And he's doing for his family what we all aspire to do for our families, right? He's leaving a legacy, and he's paving the way for every single one of us and showing us by example how you can go from nothing and how you can go to something if you have two key factors: humility, integrity, and faith, right? And this is why I follow Jason Brown, because he's not just a big brother to me. He's not just a mentor to me, right? He's not just making all this crazy money, but he's a believer in the truth and a living God, and he's helping push the good news forward, guys. So I appreciate you, hey, Jason, for being on this call. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you. Let me. I got you unmuted.
I don't need
it. Jason, you there?
We're gonna wait.
Keep showing love. We finna get him. I gotta find him right here. Make sure we
There
get
we
him.
go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
There we go. There we go. All right, guys. So without further ado, family, keep typing some 7-7s in the chat box for me real quick, and let's get ready to take some notes. Jason, I appreciate your time, big bro. I know you're extremely busy, and this was extremely last minute, so we appreciate you. The floor is yours, big bro.
Well, first off, I want to start by saying thank you to you, Kiani, for the edification and just for putting this call together. Honestly, let me get set up. I've been battling this. I don't know. I don't think I have a cold. I'm so stubborn. I tell myself that I don't get sick, but I've been battling this cough for a couple of days. So if I pause and cough in you guys' face a couple of times, I apologize for that. But I'm so grateful that this call is happening tonight. And I got to tell you guys, I'm sitting here listening to this call, and I realized two things. Number one, I realized that Kiani is a beast. Okay, this guy, the journey's incredible. I'm going to touch on it a little bit, but I would also say that I'm more astonished by the power of personal development and what personal development can do in somebody's life, right? And now I'll go back and let's give gratitude back to Kiani, because honestly, people might have jumped on this call because I was on, but I don't think you guys understand the amount of value that you just got. So I'm like sitting there hearing things that I've never heard, and I've been in this space for 6 or 7 years, and I'm hearing first-time nuggets. My guy said, pray like it's up to God and work like it's up to you, and I'm like, wow, okay, I see you. So let's give it a massive amount of gratitude back to Kiani in the chat box. And I do want to tell you guys that, you know, when I first met Kiani, this is I was living in my house in Coral Gables, which is a different part of Miami than where I live now. And I remember that phone call. He messaged me on Facebook. He was just getting started. I happened to see the message, and he was like, look, I've got a couple questions. You know, can we have a conversation? And yeah, I get thousands of messages, and so I try to respond. I'm pretty active on social media, but it's not easy, right? Because you have things to do off of social media. So sometimes I'm not even on. I just jump on, make a quick post, and I'm done. But I happened to see the message, and I said, yeah, let's do it. And so I had finished going for a run, and I'll never forget, I was in the pool. As I'm talking to him, I have AirPods had like just come out, so I have my AirPods on, And you know, I'm in the pool and we're just talking, and you know what's crazy? I was on the phone with somebody who was not just building, was not just ready to build, or was not just ready to make a commitment. This was somebody that had already made a decision. And last night I did a call with one of my teams in France, and you know, I talked to them about momentum because they asked me the question, how do you get momentum? And I'm really good at answering questions on the spot. And I thought immediately, I said, momentum is not an activity. Momentum is a decision, right? Momentum is not an activity. Momentum is a decision. And it's so true because we're looking for momentum. But I think about it like a professional sports team, that they pay the players before the season starts, right? They have the payroll. They have the executive team. They have people, they pay people to walk up and down the aisles with popcorn and beer, and they don't know if they're going to make the sale that night. But they made a decision, right? They made a decision. We're in business. We're going to make that commitment. And at the end of the day, I think what a lot of people struggle with is actually making that commitment before the result comes. A lot of people say, well, look, I don't want to go all in until I see a result. I don't want to share with anybody until I see a result. I'm not going to go all in until I see a result. And what I would tell you guys is that all in is also not an activity. All in is a decision that you make, right? When I first got started in network marketing back in 2013, I worked in the nightlife profession. And there's a gentleman by the name of Tillman Fertitta, okay? And Tillman owns the Houston Rockets. You'll probably see him. You guys probably know who he is, actually. He owns a ton of restaurants. So if you look up Landry's Corporation, if you look up Tillman Fertitta's yacht, don't do it on this call. You get distracted. But do it after the call. You want some inspiration. Tillman is a billionaire, and I got a chance to work for him and open his first nightclub called The Haven in South Jersey. Okay, and Kiani, if you can you shut down the chat box, because you know I think it just becomes a distraction during the call, and I know there's a lot of peace and great things happening. But I think it's good if we shut the chat box down and let everybody retain the information, because it is a distraction. And so anyway, you look at, and we can open up the chat box at the end. But I'd rather deliver the information at a high level so you guys can receive it at a high level. Okay. And so you look at Tillman, and when I was working in that business, I was making pretty good money. I mean, I was making not Chairman 10 money, but pretty close, anywhere from 7 to 9. Sometimes we'd get close to 10. I'd get close to 10 because I made tips and things like that. I was making good money. I was like 22 years old. What are you going to do with a couple grand a week at 22? You know, rent's paid in the first week, cars paid in the first week. You don't even buy groceries because you're just eating fast food. So I was doing pretty good, but I wasn't fulfilled. And so for me, it was a decision once I saw network marketing and I saw that we could actually impact people. We could reach people and help people elevate their life, and in return, elevate our lives. I made a decision that I was going all in and that there was no turning back. And guys, that was tough. I don't recommend, unless you are rhino skin, bulletproof, afraid of nothing, that you do exactly what I did, because it was ballsy. I don't have another word to use, so that's what we're going to use. But I burnt the ships, and I left the nightclub. I had a couple grand to my name that went very fast. I had credit cards that started to fill up, and then I had to get my mom to co-sign a $10,000 credit card so I can continue to just do what I got to do, continue to go to events, continue to go to conventions, continue to plug into leadership, continue to pay my monthly subscription. These were the sacrifices that I was willing to make in order to fulfill that decision that I made. And I think momentum was inevitable, because all the things that I was doing for the first 2.5 years when I ended up 70,000 in debt. I had credit cards maxed to the roof. But all the things that I did between September 4th, 2013, the day that I got started, and 2016, the day, so January, when do we hit? We hit in March. We hit March 24th, 2016. Okay, so September 4th, 2013 till March 24th, 2016, the day that Matthew Rosa and I hit chairman. The amount of things that I sacrificed financially to gain information is what put Matthew Rosa and myself in the position to go Chairman 500 from March 24th, 2016, and we hit Chairman 500, I think it was in 2019. That's crazy, okay? And what I want to tell you guys is that all the stuff that I did when the door was closed, when no one was watching, when I moved to Miami and my friends were telling me to go to the club, my friends were telling me go to this bar, my friends were telling me let's go pop bottles, my friends were telling me, hey, it's Freaky Friday, Thirsty Thursday, Taco Tuesday, Mayhem Monday, Wild Wednesday. And I said, no, thank you. I'm going to stay home. And you know what? At times, I felt like a nerd. I'm like, dude, I'm just sitting at this desk. Even Matt went out and partied sometimes, and I said, I'm good. It just wasn't what I felt I needed internally. And today, people come over, they see my house, they see the cars, they see the lifestyle, and they don't see me as the nerd that I saw myself as while I was on the grind. You have to remember that sometimes you sacrifice everything to have everything on the other side. Because momentum is a decision. When I got started, I said, I'm in momentum. And you know what happens in the business, guys? You enroll your first customer and they don't pay month 2. Guess what? Happens to everybody, right? You enroll, you start to build a team and people quit, but you're still in momentum if you have that mindset. There was a point where we lost thousands of people in a month. And my mindset was, I'm still in momentum. Because when it's happening, you're in momentum. When it's not happening, you're in momentum. You need to think like this. Or else what happens is you start to get stuck in quicksand. And you're constantly looking at your back office. You're constantly calling people to see if they're going to reactivate. You're constantly calling people to make sure that they're plugging in. And the minute that I let go, and I just made sure that I was doing the right thing, I made sure that if I did leadership trainings, guys, thousands of people were invited to this call. Hundreds showed up. That's the game. But the people that show up, they get the value. And the right people, like Kiani, like all the leaders that are on this call, those people will take the information and they'll run. Because it is not, write this down, it is not opportunity that will change your life. It will not. Why? Because you were given an opportunity the day you were born. You beat out 1 in 400 trillion sperm cells to fertilize an egg and be born. You've got your opportunity. Congratulations. That is insane to think about. That and people spend their whole life trying to hit the lottery, not realizing that they hit it before they even knew what breathing air felt like. You've got your opportunity. Stop playing victim. I live in this development. I can't do it. Well, guess what? Kiani McGee is from the inner city, had barely anything, barely even had 2 pennies to scratch together for fun, and won Chairman 10. Well, I can't do that because I'm from a third world country. That doesn't work either because we have a Chairman 10 in Venezuela, the most probably corrupt, crazy country in the world. We have a chairman. Matthew Rosa and I went to Democratic Republic of Congo, the second poorest country in the world, and 300 people showed up for freedom, and the leader there hit Chairman 10. There's no excuse. It's not opportunity that will change your life. It's just not, because everybody has opportunity, and there's plenty. And you're on this call right now because you're a part of an opportunity that's already changing lives. So if it's not opportunity, Jay, what will change my life? Information. Information. Guys, I hate school. I hated reading books. I hated sitting in long classes, and I hated it. But then I understood that my ego was in the way. How many people on this call didn't listen to Kiani because they were waiting for me? So they blocked him out. They were, listening to a voice message. They're watching basketball on their TV. They're, playing Call of Duty while they're on this call, or whatever you're doing, until I got on, because you want to learn from a Chairman 500, but you're not Chairman 10. So why won't you listen to a Chairman 10? Because I know people that do this all the time. I sponsored a guy, and he said, well, I came to you because I only want to learn from a Chairman 100 or above. And I said, well, how does that work? Because if you're not willing to listen to a Platinum 1000, and you're not willing to listen to a Platinum 2000, then you're also not gonna appreciate that rank when you get to it. And if you don't appreciate an accomplishment, then you can't appreciate an accomplishment when somebody else reaches that accomplishment. And so if someone in your team hits Platinum 1000 and you can't celebrate them because you can't celebrate it yourself, how do you think you're ever gonna have success? See, that's why I don't care what rank people are. That's why I don't care how much volume you have in your business. I don't care. I don't look, there's leaders on this call. I'm scrolling. I see Matt Cruz. I see Gustavo Alanis. I mean, these are P5s and chairmen in my business. And I couldn't tell you how much volume they have right now. I couldn't tell you what rank they are right now, because that's not important, okay? What's important is that at the end of the day, you become the leader that you would want to follow. I get so sick and tired of hearing people say, oh, my upline. Oh, I want to switch teams. I don't like my upline. Oh, my upline. Who cares? I haven't had an upline in 6 years besides Alex Morton, and now he's my business partner, right? My uplines were starting new companies, joining Ponzi schemes. Who knows? Knocking door to door. But I'm going to make an excuse, or I'm going to become the leader that people want to follow. Because you really have two choices. You could sit and make every excuse in the world. And I bet some of you guys love your upline, and you should. Because if you're on this call, you're connected to a Chairman 10 or above that is a badass and has the Jay Brown stamp of approval. But at the end of the day, there comes a time in your leadership journey where you have to stop making excuses, and you have to make a decision to get out of the cart and become the horse, right? Get out of the passenger seat and become the driver. You don't disrespect the people that helped you get started. You don't say, oh, don't talk to me again, Matt. Don't talk to me again, Malachi. Don't talk to me again, John Guaman. Like, you don't cut your leaders off. But you guys are on a call right now, and it's 8:50 p.m. on the East Coast and 5:50 p.m. on the West Coast. I venture to think that you're pretty serious about what you want here. And guess what? You can get a serious result. There's a lot of people that are making this happen. The trading works, but stop looking for handouts. Stop looking for shortcuts. Get on the sessions. You can't show up to college. See, a lot of people are trying to show up to college like here. They're trying to show up and just think that they're going to make money. But that's like showing up to college for a couple days, a month, 2 months, and thinking that you're going to get a degree, and then you're going to take that degree and go get a job. It ain't going to happen. Now, we don't have to wait 4 years to have results here. You don't have to wait 8 years to become a doctor in trading. We haven't even been in business for 8 years, and we have phenomenal success stories everywhere. Everywhere that I go, doesn't matter what country, where it is, people are learning, and they're taking that education, they're applying it into their accounts, and they're making it happen. It can happen for you. But at the end of the day, if you get on that session and you're tired of losing, and that's all that's on your mind, all you can think about is, Wow, I keep losing. I can't figure it out. Wow, man, this is so hard. Wow, my subscription's coming up in 28 days. What you focus on grows. And this is one of the things that I teach to the highest level of leadership, because it's a big game of psychology. But whatever we focus on grows. I don't entertain negativity. I'm like gradually just eliminating all of it. There's leaders in my business that I don't even talk to anymore. Now, I love them, but sometimes, just like when you're playing football and you're trying to win the Super Bowl and they give you the ball and your job is to not get tackled, you got to throw out the stiff arm to some people in order to try to avoid getting tackled. Some of you guys are taking the ball and you're getting tackled willingly because you're allowing people to put negative thoughts into your mind. You're allowing people to put negative thoughts into your phone calls, into your meetings, into your teams, into your group chats. You're allowing your family to step in and steal the dream. Your best friends think it's corny. People don't think it works. Oh, it's a pyramid scheme. Oh, it's this, it's that. And you're letting that bother you when you've already been given the ball. So sometimes you got to throw up the stiff arm. And in a polite way, but you have a destination. Remember, momentum, success, all of it, it's a decision. It's not an activity. The best running backs in the league, they're all pretty much the same size. Unless you're talking about my boy Derrick Henry. He's a little bit bigger than everybody else, but most of the running backs are the same size. So why can some run better or find more holes, more opportunities with the same amount of carries than others? It's because the way that they look at the game, the way that they think about the game, they're not just looking at one play that goes for -2 yards and then their whole demeanor is shot. Tackle me for -1 3 times in a row. My goal is still the end zone. And that's what you guys need to understand. This isn't a hype up conversation. This is just real. This is just real. If you knew what I knew, you would never quit. If you could have the experiences, the freedom that I've been able to have, you would never quit. You would do whatever it took to be able to fly your family across the world and go to Thailand for a week and still get paid on Friday. Or to, have experiences where you invite 40 friends over for the Super Bowl and you get a chef. Or you love sports and you want to get season tickets to your favorite teams. And if you can't make it to a game, you give the tickets away because money's not the motivation. Or you want to give 6 figures to your church. You want to retire your parents and cut them a check every week. Then nothing should get in the way of that goal. And if you knew what I knew, you would not quit. I heard somebody say that the other day, and I said, man, that's simple, but it's powerful. And I think it comes with a decision that you make, and then the activity begins. Keep it simple. Be genuine. If you guys want to build this business, be genuine. No hype. Don't overpromise anything. Tell people exactly what they're stepping into. No more of this, oh yeah, copy paste, it's easy. Oh yeah, just get on Gold Cup and copy them, or get on Steady and copy them. Let's be honest with people, because yes, that can work, but is it 100%? No. So if something's not 100%, I'm gonna be real about it. When I sign people up, I tell people straight up, if you're not like super serious, or this isn't the right time for you to make a mild commitment. If you can't give this 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, I think maybe you should wait till it's a better time. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't want everybody in my business. I don't want everybody. Because Todd, we did this for freedom. I don't know what you guys did this for, but I did this for freedom. I got started in IM because I wanted freedom. And I'm not now, 4 or 5 years down the road, going to sacrifice the reason that I got started because I need more people in the business. No. Build your business like a business owner, not like you're self-employed. Because it's easy to stand in front of that presentation and tell people, Robert Kiyosaki says there's 4 different types of people, and 95% are employed or self-employed, and they only make 5% of the money. And everybody's like, ooh, that's right. But if you want to enter the 5%, you become a business owner, you become an investor, and we do both. That's easy because it's true. We do offer both. But sometimes people build the business like they're self-employed because they're trying to be the best trader. They're trying to be the best leader. They need the spotlight. They need to speak at every event. They need to be on every webinar. They need to be edified and rectified and Spotify. For what? It's cool to be a role model. That's cool. I like being a role model because I know that I lead with intention. I know that I can teach you how to build a business to last. I know that I can teach you that if you put love and integrity and the right values inside of your business from day one, it'll last till day infinity. But I don't need the spotlight. Don't get it twisted. And there's some people that need that. And it's funny because as soon as certain people get edified, they start to work again. You edify somebody and they work again. How about we start edifying ourselves? Because what Kiani said was so true. We look for all this validation from outside sources instead of finding peace, love, happiness inside of ourselves. And I struggled with that. I struggled with that. I did. I struggled with that for a long time. And it was actually Matt Rosa that really pointed it out and made me think about it. And it took me a long time. I'm going to be vulnerable with you guys for a second. It took me a while to be able to lower my ego and erase my pride. And then I started to build a better relationship with God. And I'm not going to get religious on you guys. You know how I roll. I don't care what you believe in, but as long as you believe in something, believe in the universe, believe in good karma, because you need that foundation. That's our internal spiritual accountability. But for me, when I started really to have a journey where I started to read the Bible and I started to study pastors and have them dissect scripture, believe me, I'm not over here like in church 7 days a week, right? But I believe that information will change your life, and structure is the key to success. And I'm telling you guys, when I became vulnerable, that's what I'm about to say. My mission was to lower my ego, and the outcome was the destruction of it. My mission was to lower my ego, and the outcome was the destruction of it. And over the last 6 to 8 months, I feel like I finally know who I am, if that makes sense. Because for a long time, I was always trying to be like an image of what I felt I had to be. But then I just started being myself. And I'm telling you guys, there's a level of fulfillment that takes place when you own who you are. And you realize that you be who God put you on this earth to be, but you're not a God. And the minute that you don't need the spotlight, the minute that you don't need excuses, the minute that you don't need attention, is the minute you'll find self-motivation. And self-motivation, that's one of the most powerful weapons you can have. When you don't need to wake up in the morning because you're waking up by yourself, and you don't need to listen to Tony Robbins to get motivated. You don't need to listen to Grant Cardone to get hyped up. You don't need to listen to Eric Thomas to get fired up. If you already jumped on this call tonight and you're already fired up, you're self-motivated, that is one of the biggest factors, because I don't need anybody to pump me up. I wake up every day. My purpose is built into my conscious and my subconscious, and I know exactly what I have to do. And I take the battles as they come. I talk to leaders as they talk to me, and I just do my best to leave that impact. And that's what this is all about. You get out with the right positive energy, and everybody's going to want to be around you. And you guys don't need to chase people down to build your business, to chase people down to join your business. You don't need to chase people down to, sign up. Because when you build yourself to a level where your light is shining and you're just a good person and you have a lot of value to offer, look at Kiani on here dropping straight quotes. Like, this guy could have a quote website, all right, with resource. He's on here just giving value. That's not the same. It's the same Kiani, but it's not the same Kiani that I met almost 3 years ago. But the more value he builds as a leader, the more leaders that are looking for value are going to attract to him and say, yes, I want to build with you. I want to build with you. I want to be around you. I want to learn from you. Guys, I mentor 40, 50, 60-year-old business people. And 4 years ago, I was broke because I just went out and I sought wisdom. I sought information. I attacked it. I attend every event, no matter what. I'm always trying to be in the middle of it. And I'm always challenging myself to become better every single day. So I appreciate you guys for being on this call tonight. And I think what you take from it, because there's going to be at least one person that says, man, because I know I hear it, but I hear it from like 1%, but I'm just going to call it out right now because I'm real. There's always like one person who's like, man, I always get on these calls and it's just a bunch of hype. Let me explain something. There's a difference between hype and confidence. There's a difference between hype and confidence. Hype is saying, go out, just talk to more people, have more home events, do more webinars. That's how you hit chairman. I mean, that is, but that's normal. That's what you should be doing. Like, you should be, I mean, if people don't see the opportunity, they can't say yes or no because they don't know it exists. Our job is simply just to let people know that we're here. Like, hi, this exists. Yes, it's really cool. Of course, people want to make more money. Yes, people want to work from home. Yes, people want to trade in their bed on an iPad in comfortable clothes. This is a no-brainer. Got it. This is not, that's hype. But mindset, belief, that's the key. Because you can know everything and have nothing. That's why all the guys in the NBA could show up to any LA Fitness in the world and dunk and dominate. But they go to the NBA and they can't do it. Why? Not everybody in the NBA is good. And not everybody in the NBA lasts forever. Because there's a different level to a different level of success. You got to elevate every part of it. So this call is to elevate this. It's to elevate your mind. It's to elevate your energy. It's to elevate your spirit. It's to elevate your belief. Because when you go out and you talk to people and you're a different person, well, they're going to know that they can get a different result from being around you. So let's talk more action. Let's talk more growth. All 2020, that's what we're going to do. We're going to break dozens and dozens and dozens of new Chairman 10s. We're going to have thousands and thousands and thousands of new success stories. And I already know it's done because momentum is a decision, not an activity. So guys, thank you so much. Everybody have a absolutely blessed, phenomenal Tuesday night. Give one up to Kobe. I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you, Jason. Hey, guys, do me a favor real quick before you jump off the call. Type some 7-7s in the chat box. If you guys got a lot of value, Jason, like I said before, man, we appreciate your time. We appreciate your value. You got so many notes right now, ready to go out here and reciprocate the information, guys. So I appreciate every single one of you guys that hopped on this call. Go on social media, show Jason Brown some love. Guys, I appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your night. So I love each and every one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. Let's go ahead. Let's make it happen for the remaining of 2020. And I will talk to you guys soon and see every single one of you guys in London and as well as New York. Let's make it happen, family. Peace out.